Have you heard of chemtrails before?
No, I haven't.
Can you tell me what you know about chemtrails?
Nothing.
Do you know what chemtrails are? Have you heard of chemtrails before?
No, I haven't.
Have you heard of chemtrails before?
No, I haven't.
Have you heard of chemtrails before?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what chemtrails are?
No, I don't.
Have you heard of that word before?
No.
Do you know what chemtrails are?
Yes, I understand them.
What's your understanding of them?
That they could be some means of dropping chemicals on the earth.
And
They look pretty much like vapour trails though.
Can I ask you what you know about chemtrails?
Well, I've seen them. I've seen them over Whangarei, and there's something that shouldn't be there. People try and tell me they're contrails, and they're not contrails, because contrails disappear after 30 seconds. These stay in the sky for hours. I've seen them when I was down in Arapawa Island, and we saw them at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They were still there at sunset. That is not normal.
Have you seen them overseas as well?
Yes, I saw them in Scotland last year. I saw within an hour, just over an hour's run between Perth and Glasgow, I lost count at 23. I saw one group of 7 all crisscrossing one another. Now don't tell me that they are contrails, because no self-respecting pilot would ever dream of crisscrossing other people's contrails. Besides, contrails disappear, as I said. They were in the sky, and then because of your journey, you lose track of them. And then I saw another group and another group. After 23, I lost count, and that was from just the left-hand side of the bus that I was travelling in. I know they are recognised now worldwide. So what on earth is happening to our skies?
Have you noticed any difference in the weather in this area since they started appearing regularly?
We've had a long drought in Northland. Very long drought.
I had a water test done just recently, and I'd like to show you the results and get your comment on them.
Okay.
I saw bright white particles floating in the water, which was quite disturbing.
What were the white particles?
Well, they looked like the same white particles that you see, the same kind of brightness that you see in some of the aerosols that have been sprayed. Yeah.
And that could be what?
Well, apparently...
I've got your analysis report here.
Yeah, they talk about, in the Geo-Engineering conferences, they talk about spraying aluminium, nano-sized particles of aluminium.
Aluminium?
Yeah.
In your water supply? Here?
Yeah, that's in the rainwater as well.
Rainwater?
Yeah.
Wow. That's not nice.
No.
That's awful.
Yeah, because it can cause Alzheimer's disease, can't it?
Yes, yep.
And
we have a high ratio here of Alzheimer's disease in New Zealand. But I do know that barium is an immune system suppressant, okay, and should not be in rainwater.
what would you say to the government about the poisoning of our skies that's taking place?
So I would like them to be absolutely honest and tell us why these chemtrails are being seen in our skies. They're not only over Whangarei, they're over other parts of the country. And stop pussyfooting about it.
I don't want to get into the whole chemtrail controversy, but there's something up there that's dumping chemicals that we have to breathe, and I don't care how beneficial they might have an excuse for why they're doing that. Of course, they claim it's not happening, and yet all you have to do is look up in the air and you can see a high-flying aircraft with a vapor trail behind it that quickly dissipates after a short period. And then you can see these planes that are leaving contrails or chemtrails from horizon to horizon, and they don't dissipate. They just spread out and form a milky haze over all of the sky. And when the sun starts setting, we get these glorious sunsets full of oranges and reds and all kinds of colors because of the chemicals that they are dumping in the air with this aerosol spraying program. And we need to find out what that is. And this bothers me a lot, because if people voluntarily are stampeded into taking ill-advised vaccines, well, that's their lookout, okay? And if they want to eat really bad food, that's their prerogative as a free person. But we don't have any choice about the air we breathe. So this is, I think, should be a major concern for everyone, not only over their own health, but the health of their children, their grandchildren, and their families.
Bowed down at their feet, surrendered liberty, tyranny and terror, corrupted dictators, posing as your leaders while they poison every leader, pumping fluoride in the water while they rape Iraqi daughters, dumbing down the public fashion magazines and fodder. Now they slaughter weaker nations, faulty explanations, selling fear to the mass, terror level elevation, revelations is unfolding right before your eyes. Wake up in a FEMA camp, drugged and hypnotized, Fourth Reich's taking over, but you're all about your blink. I bet by this point you haven't heard a damn thing. It's destruction by design, prophesizing every script. Take a big step back, see the whole picture. A distraction of the mind to keep you living in a bubble.
We're in a lot of trouble because less than 3% of you people read books, because less than 15% of you read newspapers. And when the 12th largest company in the world controls the most awesome goddamn propaganda force in the whole godless world, who knows what shit will be paid over.
So now it's problem, action, reaction, solution. It's time to wake up to the formula they're using. State-sponsored terror to burn our constitution. Weapons of mass deception of the media delusions. Using double speak to keep you following like sheep. CNN and Fox News to keep the populace asleep. Don't look, don't question, as we fall into depression. The dollar's worth a nickel, but we're ruled by our possession. I mentioned that those towers fell in less than an hour. Ignorance is bliss, the source of their power. Watch them cower in the shadows when we all wake up and see the land that we're living in is nothing close to free. It's destruction by design, prophesizing every scripture. Take a big step back, see the whole picture. A distraction of the mind to keep you living in a bubble.
We're in a lot of trouble. Well, if you want the truth, go to God. Go to your gurus. Go to yourself. Because that's the only place you're ever going to find any real truth. So you listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. You're beginning to think that the tube is reality and that your own lives are unreal. You do whatever the tube tells you. You dress like the tube. You eat like the tube. You even think like the tube.
Now you're living as a slave, high-tech police state. Warrantless searches and waterboarding awaits. Mandatory vaccines to keep you sedated. Big brother on the string to keep the public isolated. Conspiracy theories, now conspiracy facts. Thought crimes condemned like terroristic attacks. Every time you take a breath, you pay another tax. Every time you take a step, it's documented and tracked. It's whack how we're living, the planet's a prison. You should've listened up and questioned 9/11. Declared a revolution, defend our constitution. A public execution of corrupted institutions. Destruction by design, prophesizing every script. Take a big step back, see the whole picture. A distraction of the mind to keep you living in a bubble.